As I said, the pagodas are everywhere. Now, my driver is waiting at the dock. I'll give you a lift to our wonderful Strand hotel. It overlooks the river." Belle glanced at the skin around the other woman's deeply set dark eyes, and not for the first time tried to guess her age. There were a number of lines, but she had what was generally termed handsome looks, striking rather than beautiful, with a strong Roman nose, chiselled cheekbones, and sleek dark hair elegantly coiled at the nape of a long neck. But as for her age, it was anyone's guess. Probably well over 50. Gloria had spoken with the air of someone who owned the city, a woman with a reputation to preserve and a face to match it. Belle wondered what she might look like without the thick mask of expertly applied makeup, carefully drawn brows, and film star lips. Wouldn't it all melt in the heat? "I occasionally stay at the Strand after a late night. In fact, I will tonight, though naturally I have my own home in Golden Valley," Gloria was saying. Golden Valley? Belle couldn't keep her curiosity from showing. "Yes. Do you know of it?" Belle shook her head, and, after a moment's hesitation, decided not to say anything. It wasn't as if she knew the place, was it? She simply wasn't ready to talk to someone she barely knew. "No, not at all," she said. "I simply like the name." Gloria gave her a quizzical look, and Belle, even though she had determined not to, caught herself thinking back. A year had passed since her father's death, and it hadn't gone well. The only work she'd found was in a friend's bookshop, but each week she'd pored over the latest copy of The Stage the moment it arrived. And then, joy of joy, she'd spotted the advertisement for performers wanted in prestigious hotels in Singapore, Colombo, and Rangoon. Her audition had been in London, where she'd stayed for a grueling 2 days and an anxious wait until she'd heard. Belle had done her reading. She discovered Rangoon had been under British rule since 1852, and had grown from a small town of thatched huts to a vast city and a thriving port, of which she was now to be a part. As Gloria pointed out imposing government offices, private houses and stores, Belle felt the stifling heat of the car and longed to get out and feel the air against her skin. Gloria had been right. The saffron-robed monks milling along the street were everywhere, and a few women too, though they were dressed from head to toe in faded pink. "Nuns," Gloria said, clearly not impressed. "Buddhist monks and nuns, though the nuns are fairly rare." Gloria went on to tell her the Strand had been the first area to be developed by the British, and together, with the block at Paré Street, was the best business address to be had. Belle didn't really care. There would be time to explore later. All she wanted now was a long, cold drink and to feel solid ground beneath her feet. "You'll like Paré Street," Gloria added. "Named after the first commissioner of Burma. Runs along the river, just like the Strand. It's lined with beautiful rain trees, and, more importantly, it's where one finds all the jewellers and silk merchants." Belle didn't speak, but ran a hand across her brow, where beads of sweat were already dripping from her hairline. "Here we are," Gloria was saying, as the drive came to an end, and the driver pulled up in front of an elegant portico, with a large palm tree growing resplendently on either side. "But, heavens almighty, let's dive beneath a fan." 2 silent porters came to fetch their cases, and when they reached the massive glass doors, a turbaned doorman bowed and held them open. Inside, the lobby was high-ceilinged and refreshingly cool. "I love to see the river, shimmering through the tall bamboo opposite the hotel," Gloria said as she turned to face the doors. "Look." Belle looked. "I suspect you'll be in one of the small back rooms in the new extension, or in the attic. One hears talk that they might cover the swimming pool to build more rooms, you know, but it hasn't happened yet, and I hope it won't." She drew out a packet of Lambert.